Yo, what is up, guys? Nova here, back with another video, and today is Friday, so, well, I guess when you guys are seeing this, it's Friday, but it's time for another TMNT video. Woo! Alright, guys, it actually feels like I haven't done a video in so long. It feels so good to just sit in front of my camera and actually talk again. So, without further ado, guys, we're getting into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin Chapter 2, titled First to Fall. Alright, let's get right into it. So the first looks into the chapter we get are April waking up from a dream, crying. And we're like, what's going on? And then we go back to the past. Alright, and in the past, what's happening is, I'm pretty sure it's Thanksgiving Day dinner, alright? And Casey and April are talking. They're like, how are we going to break the news to the guys? How are we going to do this? And Casey goes, I just hope I don't ruin the toast. And then we're like, okay. And then April's like, all this food here, and they're still not here. Casey's like, all right, just calm down. They'll get here. You know how long it takes to get from here to the sewer, from the sewer to here. So, let's just wait. And then crash, boom, the door swings open. Speak of the devil. And then Raph comes walking in. Not walking in, comes running in all bloodied up, panting, and he's like, ambush. Casey fucking through hammer space has his bat, and we get Donatello and Michelangelo walking Master Splinter in. Master Splinter, got Mikey and Mikey and Donatello on both arms, and he is absolutely messed up. Okay, Raph pushes all of the food off the table. Thanksgiving Day dinner, got the turkey, got all the sides, all off the table immediately. And they lay Master Splinter there. And Raph is going through it. He's like, these foot bastards, I can't believe they ambushed us the moment we got out. They'll rue the day, basically. And then we got Mikey sitting there not really knowing what to do, in hand of Master Splinter. They're talking to him. We're here, Master. Master Splinter goes, where's Leonardo? And then Mikey answers, he was rear guard, Master Splinter. He was making sure we all got out safely. And right after that, Casey goes, screw that. Raph, let's go. Let's make sure Leonardo, got out safely. And as they say that, Leonardo walks in, and he's like, stand down, Raph. Because Raph's like, yeah, time to up this body count, boy. So then Leonardo walks in, and he's like, Raph, stand down, all right? We have pressing matters. And then so April and Donatello go to tend to Master Splinter. April telling Donatello to cut away all the clothing, all the bloodied clothing. And Donatello is, we're getting a sense of anxiety from Donatello, him saying he doesn't really know where to start. And then April snapping him back into reality, and he's like, all right, I forgot I'm a freaking genius. Let's do this, all right? And then so right after that, we get panned back to the present. And actually, before we pan to the present, Raphael actually runs out of the room without anybody realizing. And then someone realizes, or it was Casey that realizes that Raph was gone. And he's like, where the hell's Raph? And then Leo stands there and he's like, damn it. And then we pan to the present. So what we see is April waking up, sitting on her bed, and her left arm and her right arm and left leg, her left arm and right leg are gone. She's got robot hands and arms, or robot hands and legs. And then we see one of the legs roll away, and then her screaming out, Casey, could you give me a hand? And then we pan over to Michelangelo in the kitchen making tea, talking to his three brothers, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael. And I'm saying, so then they start talking about his fall from Oroku's tower. And he was saying that when he was younger, he never would have survived. And he was Leonardo's basically saying, dude, nobody would have survived. That's crazy. We get a dialogue between the brothers, their past fights and stuff, and how Raph would always run off and do something stupid, and Raph rebuttals with, but how many times did my recklessness save you guys. And then Michelangelo loses it. He's like, and then Raphael goes, well, at least I didn't try to kill myself. Dude, you're dead. Why are you talking shit to your alive brother? Like, what are you doing? Seriously. Encouragement, somebody, please. And then Mikey kind of goes feral. He's like, you pathetic fool. I fought every battle that, you've brought us into. Every single freaking battle you've brought us into. And you still want to judge me? I'm doing this for our father. I'm doing this for our family. And then he pauses. And then he calms himself down a little bit and goes, for our honor. Because that's really all Mikey cared about. Really, that's the only reason why he's still going, is for his honor. For the honor of the family. And then he goes, you knew what was my mission. It was a one-way ticket. You knew what I was there for. And he starts like roiding out. And then he calms himself down a little bit. And then he goes, he starts making the teacups, but it looks like he's pouring 4 cups. I've only seen 3 people, including Casey. Why are there 4 cups? He's doing a toast with his dead brothers. He's like, bro, we gonna do this. We got to. I lost the battle, but the war still goes on. Come on. He goes, we've all had so much stolen from us. No more. I'll end this once and for all with Oroku. Then we pan over to my absolute least favorite part of this chapter is Raphael in the past roaming the city looking for Karai and the Foot Clan that had ambushed them in Master Splinter, and him thinking Master Splinter was dead. Okay. He's going around the city, going through like alleyways and the subway. People are spotting him, but they're like, no, I couldn't have seen a big ass turtle on 2 legs. Nah. So he reaches the docks, finally finds Karai and like 100-foot soldiers. He starts taking them out. Karai's like, our failure has found us. So they all start jumping Raphael. And then he's like, you send these grunts to do your dirty work, Karai. And then so him and Karai finally start fighting. They both get injuries. And then the part that I hate the most, the absolute most, okay, Raphael, a mutant turtle, okay, a mutant turtle fell in the water with human Karai. They start fighting. All right. Raphael sticks one of his knives through Karai's heart. But before he could do that, Karai grabs one of his own knives off of his hip and shoves it through his chin, killing Raphael. Underwater. What? Like, the most hot-headed dude with a basically a geological advantage. Like, why did they kill him off like that? Like, I hated that so much. Like, why? Then we pan back to present time. We get Michelangelo and April talking in the kitchen as April makes breakfast with real eggs. And he says that Fall, like he was talking to with his brothers, that Fall should have killed me. And April goes, I am no genius, all right? I'm no Donatello, but obviously we can see your mutation is mutating, nigga. that his mutation has progressed over the years. Michelangelo is now bigger, stronger. You know what I mean? So it makes me think like what would have happened if like Raph, Leo, Donnie would have been alive still. How they would have still mutated. Raph would have been huge because we see Mikey's like twice the size Raph used to be. So Raph would be twice the size Mikey is now. That's fucking huge. Jesus Christ. Like, massive turtles. Massively strong healing factors through the roof now. Like, wow. And then he's like, I might have mutated a little bit, but my head is still pounding, still fuzzy. I don't remember shit. How did I get here, April? How did I get in the sewer? And she goes, well, hold that thought now. Hold that thought. Casey, can you come in here, please? And Mikey drops his gut. He's like, what? Casey's still alive? And April goes, I want you to meet my daughter. Haha. Ran you for a loop, didn't I? I want you to meet my daughter, Casey. And he's like, what the hell? And then we pan over to Hiroto Oroku. Doing some training, alright? Fighting his little Foot Clan guys, saying, if you imbeciles gotta kill me. This training is booty. Kill me. And then, so one of them lands a good hit, and he's like, oh, that was almost masterful. Slides a knife from behind his back and slits the dude's throat. He's like, I'm the only master here, motherfucker. He's like, dude, you just told me to try to kill you or you'd kill me. Like, why do I die anyway? Dickhead. Dickhead. Absolute dickhead. Dude's a fucking dick, alright? Dick. And then it pans over to him asking if they have found the mutant beast Michelangelo yet. And the captain goes, no, we have not. He goes, I guess we have to switch our tactics in finding him. But remember, I will only allow you not to find him this one time. The next time, you're ending up like your predecessor, my guy. And then we see like a skull with barely any meat on it, with some crows pecking out the eyes on a stick. So I'm like, okay. Dickhead. But anyway. And so they start talking about the levels of New York City. They have the top, the mid, and the very low level. And the very low level consists of the resistance, okay? And as soon as they start talking about that, April cuts them off, saying that we will talk about this later. And then telling Casey and Mikey, telling Casey to go get Mikey some fresh linen, and Mikey follows her. And Casey basically catches Mikey up on, what she's been doing. Ever since she was little, she's been practicing kendo. I mean, because they live in their old lair, so there's all this, like, martial arts equipment, all these training equipment stuff, dummies, old swords and stuff. So she's been training with that for years and years. And she sees Michelangelo's book that was Master Splinter's and says she doesn't speak fluid Japanese, but she can tell that this is a very important book, that it tells lessons, life lessons, martial arts techniques, etc. And then she flips to the very last page and sees no peace written on the very last page and says, what does that mean? And Michelangelo yanks the book out of her hand and says, that means I still have work to do. That's cold. I'm not even gonna lie. That was cold. I still got work to do. Snatches the book. And Mikey thanking Casey for bringing him and all of his weapons from his brothers back to the lair. And then she goes, well, if you really want to thank me, teach me some things in the book. And then she says, can I ask you a question, Mikey? Where have you been all this time? He says, right after the incident, I didn't know what to do, where to go. He went into the mountains. He said he had seen some snowy peaked mountains, but he's never set foot on one. So what he did is he waltzed himself up there. But a cold-blooded creature on top of the mountain didn't really work. Too well for him. So he laid there, he said, and he just waited to die. But his mutant body would not allow him to die. He wondered why. Never understood why. So he waited. He was just on the mountain trying to find himself, basically. And it turns into spring. It starts getting warmer outside. And he looks through his books, or he looks through the book that Master Splinter left him to try to learn some lessons, try to find something that he was missing, find peace. But he never really did. So Later, within his time sitting on the mountain meditating, a group of people come up calling him a monster, a mutant, and basically start beating him up, trying to kill him. And he was going to allow this to happen. He was going to allow himself to die because he thought that's what he had to do, was just die. He's the last of his clan. But then he looks up and sees their faces. They absolutely enjoy beating him to death. And he thinks back. He's like, I was trained with honor from birth, all right, to fight with honor and dignity. And these people, they smile while taking a life, and he couldn't stand for that. So he realizes his purpose. It's to die and fight, to fight and die on the battlefield. So he kind of just massacres these like 6 dudes, leaves their bodies there. Like, you don't really give a fuck no more. So then he goes back. And that's when we start at chapter 1 of The Last Ronin, A Wish for Death. And kind of coming into a loop by saying in this last panel, well, not the last panel of the chapter, but just last panel of this section, is, there will be no peace until I fulfill my destiny. So that's his take on the 2 words left on the last page of the book, no peace. And then we cut over to Casey saying that she wants to help. Her and her team are going to help. Michelangelo saying he doesn't need the help, but Casey rebuttaling with, I didn't ask. I definitely didn't ask for help. Or definitely didn't ask you if you needed help. I'm helping regardless because this is what I do. Mikey saying, no one else is going to be killed because of me. Always some ambulance or something. Every time I record. Jesus Christ. But Mikey saying no one's going to get killed. No one else is going to get killed because of me. In case he's saying, well, you stirred up a lot of trouble and I live here too. So, like, you're going to get help regardless. We're bringing down Hiroto. And then we pan over to the last scene of the chapter. It's April unlocking a kind of a chest. What's the word? And then we get to the last part of the chapter. April unlocking a safe. And then we see her holding Honeypot's head. Okay. And end of chapter. My thoughts on this chapter, I mean, it was a pretty short chapter, kind of reading it. It felt pretty short. I didn't like this chapter really at all because the way that Raphael died absolutely ruined the chapter for me. I hated it. I don't see why. I don't see at all why they killed him off like that. But, if you guys agree, or if you guys don't, let me know in the comments. I'm eager to see if April is going to help at all, or if she's staying in the lair because she's now a double amputee. Guys, let me know if you guys liked the video, and you guys are waiting for chapter 3. I will be doing that next week, Friday. So please wait on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And be looking out for the next one. That's Nova. Out. Peace.